Hi guys, good morning, good afternoon, and good evening. Depends on where you are at this time of the day. Okay, here in Nigeria, it is evening. All right, you're welcome to my channel. My name is Nancy. I film from Abuja, Nigeria. I film about relationship, faith, and lifestyle. All right, if you're new here, please endeavor to like, invite a friend, drop your comment, and of course, very important, subscribe. Please subscribe. Don't leave this page without subscribing. Okay, so today I'm going to be talking about a particular topic. Just as you can see from the topic, important questions to ask while in a relationship, or questions you should ask when you're in a relationship. All right, even before going into the relationship. All right, so but before I do that, I want to clarify a particular misconception. All right, I dropped a video a few days ago on my page. I talked about you not taking it to heart in case your partner doesn't post you on their social media platform on Valentine's Day and any other day. All right, I said you shouldn't take it to heart. Don't take it as an offense if they don't post you on their social media platform. And then some persons came up and started asking me different questions, and then I got a lot of attack, guys. I got so many attacks, and I still not say, are you saying we shouldn't post our partners on our Facebook, on our Instagram, in fact on our social media platform? Are you saying it is wrong to post our partners to show them how much we love them by posting them on our social media platform? No, that's not what I meant. All right, I actually said if they don't post you on their social media platform, don't take it to heart. Don't make an issue out of it. Okay, so but if they decide to post you, on their own, fantastic. All right, fantastic. But I'm still of the opinion that social media relationship is not the best. Please ignore any noise you're hearing from the background. All right, please. Okay, so I said social media relationship is not the best. But if once in a while your partner decides to post you on their social media platform to show you how much they love you, fantastic. All right. So I believe we are clear on that. Okay, but it's not as some persons they take it too far. If you don't post them, they will collect you collect your partner's phone and post your picture by yourself, posing to be your partner. We shouldn't do that. If you decide to post, you fine. If it doesn't, fine. All right. So without further ado, let's jump right into today's video. Questions to ask in a relationship, or even before going into a relationship. This love of a thing is sometimes very, very crazy. Pardon me to use that language, okay? I think for me, there are some questions you should ask before going deeply in love with that person. This particular video, I'm going to cut it bit by bit so that it will not be too long. All right, I don't want it to be too long. I just want it to be short. So I'm going to divide the topics into bits. I'm probably going to take like 1 or 2 or more today, maybe 2 or 3 today. Then subsequently, I will treat the other topics. All right, still on these particular questions to ask. All right, so before you allow that love to get into you, sometimes there's this saying that love is blind. Of course, love is blind. Love is really blind, guys. But you see, this marriage of a thing will really open your eyes and clear that blindness off your face. You will see clearly when marriage happens. Okay, so but before we allow that love to get into us, before we allow that love to really get deep down into us, there are some questions we need to ask so as to know whether it's something we want, it's something we can do, or we want to have a rethink. Before you start falling heads over heels for that person, before you start, dying in love for that person, before you start, doing a lot of things. When you're in love with someone, you can go the extra mile for the person. When you're truly in love with someone, you can do what ordinarily you won't do. Okay, so to start with, I would say, first question you should ask. You see all those, have you eaten? How are you today? How was your night? Have you eaten? Where are you? What are you doing? What are you putting on? All those questions, they are there, but those are not the important questions. Have you eaten? That's not the most important question to be asking your partner you're in a relationship with. I'm sure for every normal human being that is going into a relationship, you are going into that relationship for a reason. It takes a man who doesn't have a vision, or a woman who doesn't have a vision. Man refers to both man and woman now. Okay, so it takes someone without vision to really go into a relationship clueless. You're just going into the relationship to have fun. But ordinarily, people who know what they are doing, they go into the relationship with the mindset that, okay, we are probably going to, have a sweet ending or a good ending. All right, so before going deep into that relationship, few questions you should ask. Number one, your religious and your belief. The Bible says that God is not an author of confusion. Okay, so you ask about your belief and your religions. What do you believe in? Going to church is not spirituality. Going to church is not all you need. You have to know whether you and your partner have the same belief. Do you believe in the same thing? Do you believe? Some persons don't believe in miracles. Some don't believe in falling under anointing. Some don't believe in visions, like pastor seeing visions for them. Some don't believe in prophecies. So you have to come to the agreement. Do we believe in the same thing? So as to avoid every form of conflict and disagreement in the home. Not when you are saying, and your partner is saying in terms of belief. Not when you are saying this, they're saying that. Some Christians will tell you, I can marry a Muslim, no problem. There's no problem in that, but can you cope with the challenges that comes with it? Can you cope with the fact that on a Sunday morning when you are fully dressed to go to church, your husband says, oh, today is Salah, you're going nowhere, you have to prepare Salah food for me. Can you do all of those things? Can you compromise? I'm not of the opinion that we should marry from two different religious. I'm not of that opinion. I feel, or I believe that we should marry people that believe in the same thing we believe. So do not allow yourself to be carried away by love without asking those questions. At the end of the day, if you get married to that person, you will still come across all of these things. You come across all of these challenges. So in order not to have these challenges, endeavor to ask your partners this question. Very important. What do you believe in? What are your beliefs? What are your religions? What do you believe in? All right. Let me not dwell more in that, because it cannot be overemphasized in marriage. It cannot be overemphasized in relationship that is heading somewhere. It cannot be overemphasized. Number two, vision and purpose. What are your visions? What are your purpose? I usually ask this question in different ways. I could come up and ask you, okay, in few years from now, where do you see yourself? What are your plans in life? Do you plan to work for someone till you die? Do you plan to work for someone till you are 60, 70? Do you plan to, what are your visions? What are your visions? What are your purpose? Talk about it, discuss it. Let's see if we align. Let me know if you are the type that will say, oh, I want to marry a wife that will be a sit-at-home wife. For me, I don't succumb to that. I don't subscribe to that school of thought. And you have to be a sit-at-home wife. No. Well, some persons will say, I cannot marry a career woman. That is, these are the things you really need to talk about. Don't assume things. Talk about it. Call your partner. The both of you should discuss it. Are you okay with a sit-at-home wife? Are you okay with a career woman? Are you safe with it? Are you sure you will not have what do they call it now? Complex issue with it? Are you sure you don't have issues with it? Talk about it. Discuss it with your partner. All right. Number three, I think I will end it today. Like I said, I'm not going to make it too long. I'm going to make it a short video. Number three, talk about your genotype and your health-related issues. This is very, very important to me. I think I'm really going to talk about this. It's really, really very important. Talk about your genotype. Talk about the health issues. All right. I heard someone. I can't remember precisely where I read it from. I think it was on Facebook or something. I read it on someone's post, maybe on WhatsApp status or something. That a relationship of 3 or 4 years ended because of genotype. I'm like, really? I was surprised. that a relationship of 3 years, 4 years ended because they found out that their genotype is not compatible. In that space of 3-4 years, what were you doing? On your first date, what did you discuss? Subsequently, when you guys were dating, what did you discuss? What did you discuss? What were you discussing? What have you been talking about? What have you been discussing with that person? So you mean all of this while all you're concerned about is going to the movie, going to the joints to take shawarma, ice cream, and all of those things? Was that the things you were discussing? Genotype is very, very important. Do not relegate it to the background to say, okay, it is very, very key. Don't subject innocent children to a life of suffering because of your carelessness. Because you are careless, you allowed your emotions to overrule you. You allowed your emotion to take a better part of you. So you paid less attention to that very important matter. I mean, very important matter. You paid less attention to it. Because, oh, he's a fine boy. Ah, very cute. Have you talked to... Are you sure your genotype is compatible? Forget the cuteness, forget the tallness, forget the handsomeness, forget the beauty, forget the, the curves, forget all of those things. Talk about your genotype. It's very, very important. When your children start suffering from those problems, those, results, you see those handsomeness, you see that tall, dark, and handsome, that curvy shape, all of those things will disappear because even you will not be at peace. So talk about it, very important, so that you will know if it's something you want to continue with or something you still want to have a rethink about. And then health issues. Do you have health issues? Do you have issues, health-related issues? Do you have, how do I put it now? Do you have health-threatening issues? Do you have health-threatening sickness or histories? There are some persons, they don't want to talk about it. Talk about it with your partner. Tell your partner, this is what I'm suffering from. This is my challenge. These are my challenges. These are the things I have. I have social sickness. I have this. I have that. Can you cope with it? Discuss it with your partner. Do not hide anything like that with somebody you're settling down with, because one day it is going to hit so hard. I mean, you're not going to like the result. You're not going to like the aftermath effect of all of those things. You can't deceive somebody. Do you get? You cannot deceive somebody's daughter, somebody's son. If you have any ailment, anything at all, discuss with your partner to be, your wife or your husband to be. Tell them, this is what I am suffering from. Can you cope with it? If you have asthma, discuss with them. If you have mental challenges, discuss with them. If you have any form of sickness that doesn't reflect, if you have HIV, discuss with them. I've worked with an NGO where we work basically with people living with HIV and AIDS. I've come to realize that HIV and AIDS is not a death sentence. Maybe I'll make a whole video on this particular one. Alright, discuss it with them. Let them decide whether it's something they want to deal with, something they want to cope with, or something they want to have a think about. Let them decide. Do not deceive anybody into any relationship. Do not hide I'm not saying you should go about telling everybody your challenges, your health challenges and all of that. But when you see that this person is somebody you can settle down with, you see that, okay, both of you are making headways, you are probably discussing a lot of things, discuss it. Ask your partner, what is your genotype? Do you have any health challenging issue? Discuss it with your partner. Seek solution before you seek marriage. Alright, even if your partner has some kind of health challenges, it might be something you can cope with. If you can cope with it, another person might not be able to cope with it. Alright, so discuss it and let the person decide whether they want to cope with it or whether they want to walk away. It is better that way than for the person to find out much later it is going to hit you so bad. Alright, so like I said, I will be ending this particular video here. Alright, if you have any question, if you have any comment, if you have anything you want us to talk about, any topic you want me to discuss about, you can drop it on the comment section. Alright, till next time we meet again. Bye bye.